We fit pick the snail. You don't fit pick all of them until you remove the pawpaw, all the plantain before you go fit pick them. Okay. This na the pen. Both sides. Plant dey inside, plantain dey inside, and snails dey inside. So far, some snails dey ground wey don die, wey dem don pick comot. This one is quite a number of snails, and I believe if we enter inside, we see exactly this same quantity again wey go die. Let me open am. So this na the inside. This is the inside. Walking inside now, start to pick everything. Somebody must mash eggs and mash small snails. Apart from the ones wey dey for the plantain body, now somebody no go match. So and see wood inside. All this wood na error completely. They lead to termite. So they chop the wood, and also the thing they eat, they kill snails as well. This thing will attract termites no matter where the termite. There's also na wood, na rotten wood. You're not supposed to be inside. So we'll remove everything now. I record down so that to show say everything we dey here, although that's an idea reach that and whoever advice, a very wrong thing. This one just make person just put resources. I don't call it waste. Into suspension. But anyway, since I don't come, we'll do a solution. We'll start work now. And so before we start to the work, make a record down. See as it be at a meter. So when we finish, we'll see the difference. It's okay.
We need to.
So this now inside the pen is quite big, but it's free range. As with the measure I want to set, I saw some things that might be dangerous to snails. The thing they follow rotty wood, they eat snails, very small snails. So I see here. If I can see one like this, that means to say there must be there thousands here. And I just pity the life of all the snails with the snake will see there. So this is the correction I want to make. Doing free range greenhouse, packing snake inside is unacceptable. It's not the best practice. People will come say they are snake consultants. They don't know. They don't have farm. They don't know the implication of doing this kind of thing. They just let people pop money, and at the end of the day, the thing cannot sustain, cannot even last. The investment you cannot even repeat back. It's frustrating. Very the grace of God will do the correction now. We are going to evacuate everything inside this place. And we are going to retreat this place. We're going to reset it and make it intensive pen. So that we can be taking accurate record of what is here. We can control any infection. We can know the rate of death. We can know the amount of snail that is in producing. In fact, everything will be well monitored like a proper farm. So everything will go on well. But we take some quite few time to do it, but we will try as much as possible to do. I want to be walking inside. Only God knows how many snails and eggs we are going to step upon, because we don't know exactly where they are. The only thing I can see now, I can see some small eggs on the floor and small snails and some dead ones. So we don't know that is alive, but we'll pick as many as we can. So, like I said, it's a completely wrong thing. They practice. You don't do all these things. Look at eggs there. Small eggs from point of lay. They are there. They are not be covered. They are not be buried. So if snail doesn't bury their eggs, the farmer have to come here by himself or herself and cover them up. If you look at the ground, so many dead small snails, so many. This thing produced before, but because they are in a free range, they will not do well. So we ash or we die. Even if they ash, they will die. So we not ash. Look at dead snails, small dead snails everywhere. It's not good. It's not good at all. Now I'm mashing snails. Look at, I just mashed snails. Whether they are alive now or dead, I don't know. That is how it is. It's not good. I beg, what I will do be say, when I look for snails, when I carry rubber. I don't say I hard work, but when I just try. Now look for snails, pick them, come out. So that we can save as many as we can. Yes, that's what we should do. We should try and save as many. Okay. We don't leave them like that. But the work, it's hard, but we use mind to do one. You understand? So that it will good for the owner. Make somebody bring rubber, come and we'll pick all the snails put. Any area where you don't pick the snails, you can't remove all the wood where they so you know we'll mash snail or egg for ground. Just meet eye scent may give you rubber. You take pick snails. Any container at all. Can I come out? We'll clear everywhere. We commence work. We are doing the correction now. This is the setting of the pen after removing all the plant inside, changing from free range to intensive pen. Yes.
Is under processing.
It's under process.
Yes. Don't rush the company like that. Or do you want us to avoid your teller?
We have done it so far. From that bush, whatever free range they call it, to this intensive pen. This intensive pen is what I still recommend from every consultant that is going about constructing snail farm for people. You don't expect somebody to just create a big hole like this, pour sneezes, plant plantain, plant cassava, plant cocoyam, whatever, and pour sneeze. You can't harvest. After 1 year, everything's like going back from beginning again. So with this pattern we have introduced, accurate record can be taken. The snails will be well protected, and they will be well cared for. They will be well monitored, and the farmer will be happy. The snails will be happy, and then you can know when you start harvesting. You know the number of snails you have. You know their growth rate, their death rate, whatever is attacking them, you know. Although it's expensive, but this is the best to practice. That is why when most farmers ask me to send them snails, I tell them, let me see your farm first. They might be thinking I don't want to give them snails. I don't want to give you snails that you go and kill. I don't want to give you snails after spending money you cannot harvest. It's not that I don't want to give you snails. People really know what to do with snails, the right breed. They should get it. Not because you are able to set up a big hole like this, you start to come and give you snails. There are other people who can give you snails, not me. But when I see that you have done your farm very well and everything, I will be highly encouraged. Supply the right breeds of snails because it's expensive. Then you'll be practicing your farm, and Joe will be happy, I will be happy, the snails will be happy. Everybody will be happy, everybody that is involved. So like what you are seeing here now, we are roofing it. Look at it behind. We are roofing, we've not completed the roof. So we'll prevent sun from coming down. And by the time we also cover the pen, we also cover with tarpaulin to make sure it's as cool as anything, as if they're in their wide. We'll put dry or fresh leaves inside. We're going to clear everything, make it beautiful, make it nice. Both the person that's taking care of the farm, it will be easy for the person. The snails, they will be comfortable. The farmer, the investor, will know what he or she is doing. So this is it. By this weekend, by the grace of God, we'll round everything up. By next week, we'll bring the hybrid Achatina cacatina and Achatina marginata. We are bringing in giant sizes. The reason we want to put giant sizes is that when they lay, their eggs are bigger. There's guarantee that they will grow again to that giant size, because the bigger the snail, the more expensive it is and the better it is as well. So not by going to get point of play or get some jumbo size, which you are not sure they will grow to that big size, because some people go and bring all kinds of snails. But if it is point of play from marginata and Achatina that you are very sure you get from the farmer, accepted. But for the first time like this, because the kind of snails I met here, I'm not too sure. So you're going to get in the giant Achatina, and that giant Achatina, when they lay their heads will be big. they will hatch, and the chance of survival is very high. And they grow faster. Before you know, they grow to that same giant size. And you sell, you make your profit. And they can still live for as many years as 6 more years. So they will produce enough for you. At the end of the day, with the way the pattern we are practicing now, we can get up to 200,000 snails in a year. So there's room for expansion. This is just from the beginning. This is the other side of the farm. This is how we started from here. So we are still going to maintain the other side of the farm. Immediately we finish from here, I will bring the snails inside there, put them here with the ones we are bringing. They will also address this side and make it even as good or better as this is. So this is just to let you know. I also want to introduce snail formula. Some of you have been asking me the formula for snail feed. It's as simple. Like the one I use in my farm, as they have been working for me very well. My snails eat there. I've also introduced to people and they said it's good for them. Just get cassava, peel it and dry it. Make sure all the water is dried completely. Become very light. Get dry maize as well. Get dry ugu leaf. Get crayfish. Then get eggshell, parboil it and dry it. Then blend them together, bag them, and apply to the snails. So that you can mix them with water or you can put it like that. The snail will be happy to have them and they will do very well. It's a very simple formula. Nothing to hide about it. We just want everybody to be happy in the business. If we discover anything, we'll let you know. Another thing we discover again is about okay. I was telling you about snails, different types. You see, because of the demand for snails now, so people are now mixing up snails that are good for breeding and the ones that are not good for breeding. That's why sometimes when you have your snails in your farm, you see some will be dying, while some will not die. Those that are dying are not compatible, they cannot stay in the pen. So that is why you must be careful who you get snails from. So that because of greed for money, greed for whatever it is, they give you whatever they like, provided you have paid for it. So get the right snails from the right source. When you get the right snails from the right source and put them in the right pen like this, then you will see the output. You will enjoy it. You that bought it, you'll be happy. The snails that you brought to the pen will be happy. Even the person that supplied the snails to you will be at peace. So just give to you, as far as you have paid them, they are just okay. They just give to you and just provided the release for you whatever you paid for. So we are able to discover it. So that is why those people were having the challenge of their snails were dying and we couldn't get solutions. So we discovered that they were mixed up with the wrong breed. They look alike physically. They look alike the same size, but not all of them are compatible for rearing. So the ones that are rearing, we are able to know them now and sort them out. So be careful who you get your breed from. And be very, very wise the kind of pen you construct. When you construct the right pen and the wrong pen, you have a challenge. But when you construct the right pen, all will be well with you. All the money you spend within a short period of time, you get them back. So this is it. I just want to share this information. My name remains Pastor Semuta, and my number is scroll on the screen for you. So that is just it. God bless you as you invest and you get your profit back.